Morning everybody, what's going on? Hopefully you can hear me all right. My mic adapter broke, so my external mic that works better, not great, is no longer functional. So I'm back to my original videos and using the built-in mic on the camera, which, let's face it, a 2-mile-an-hour breeze sounds like I'm in a hurricane. But anyways, so today is May the 4th. Hey, May the 4th be with you. Sounds like a good day to just go home and watch Star Wars. Figure out this farming thing tomorrow. If only it was that easy, huh? So today we are getting some irrigation water back potentially. And I say potentially because it'll either be 4 o'clock this afternoon when it turns on, or it'll be like 6 a.m. tomorrow. This will only be our second run of irrigation, so we've had one run, which if you guys watch the video means we get water for 48 hours, which will let you put an inch of moisture on 3/4 of a pivot. So like that wheat is old wheat that was planted 1st September. This is young wheat that was planted November. No, I said that backwards. This is November. This is September. That was November. So like this older stuff right there, that'll get 1 more inch put on this week, and then it's on its own. Unfortunately, that's just in a drought. You gotta eventually stop irrigating the crop and harvest what's there to try and get your best economic value out of that ground. So we'll harvest that and then maybe plant some forage sorghum and get it a little bit of water and then pray the monsoon shows up. I don't know. It's one of those things, but either way, we're finally getting our second run of water. All of our wheat will get another drink. Our younger wheat will get another drink after this. Hopefully it's not a month before the next run of water gets here. Because if you remember, our canal opened March 15th. We got our first run of water right around the 15th of April. And now we're getting our second run of water the 4th of May, 5th of May. It's slow, guys. This is bad. But nothing we can do about that. So thing this morning is getting pivots all moved over to field edges, getting them ready while Big Chief and Uncle Kenny are feeding the cattle, waiting to figure out if we need a doctor or anything. But right now I'm going to check a field. We might plant a little bit of corn this afternoon or this morning, whenever. I'm gonna go dig in it, see what kind of moisture we got while I wait to hear from them. I got a text message. Oh, that'd be a sprinkler I just started. Okay, yeah, so I'm waiting to hear from them if we got anything to doctor and figure out a plan from there. Okay guys, so we got a 15-acre patch here I'm hoping to plant. Hopefully that color shows up for you. That is good moisture there. I mean, I can't even hardly get my hand through it. It's so nice. That's what you want your corn seed sitting in, is that. So I've got to get through about 3 inches of top dirt. It's funny because I was commenting on, Larson Farms had a Facebook post yesterday talking about the differences in their field types and using the row cleaners and stuff. And everyone was talking about what a horrible job the disc gripper did compared to, oh, it's a Salford. It's kind of like a high-speed disc. And I commented, guys, it all depends on your operation. I'm sitting here looking at that. I love the look of the disc gripper ground compared to the Salford because I want that residue on top. This is a flood field. You don't want residue on top here. But I like having residue on top because you've seen our dirt blow. We need something to hold the soil, and then we got to have the row cleaners because of that right there. I got to be able to get down to that moisture. In the Midwest, it seems like, you know, you scrape off the top a little bit, put the seed in the ground. If it's not in great moisture, don't worry about it. It'll rain next Tuesday. It'll bring it up. Here, if I don't get that seed into moisture, it's gonna die and we're gonna have a horrible yield. That's one of the crappy parts about being the planter guy, is it's always your fault if something goes wrong. And in truth it is. I mean, if I screw up and don't get the seed into that moisture, it is my fault. Man, is it too early to start drinking already, thinking about all this? As always, slight change of plans. This is not the corn planter. What we're doing here, they just picked up the pipeline back there. It's Hector, Cody, and Glenn. We are burning where the pipeline will lay. And I know you're saying, Garrett, you're not lighting anything on fire. It's okay. I'm trying to kill the weeds that are growing here where the pipeline will lay. And then I'll come back around and burn the weeds beside it. But if you hit them with this heat real quick, they dry up and they're done. So that way Aaron can find his pipe once we relay it, because we're going to get water here, I think tomorrow or the day after. And talking with the chief, sounds like we got some water turning on, what time did he say? Noon, so an hour from now. And then possibly some water later this afternoon. And then possibly more water tomorrow. So it's fixing to get busy around here. But hopefully at some point I'll get some corn planted. The other project of the morning was changing brakes on my Duramax, and everyone in town had the brake pads. Everyone in town had the caliper bolts because those things were pretty shot. Nobody has the rubber grommets that go with the caliper bolts. Caliper, not caliber. No one had those bolts, or the rubber. So I think I'm SOL till tomorrow when parts show up. Anyway, I'm gonna keep burning stuff. Now we got some fire. It's much more enjoyable when you see lots of stuff on fire than just trying to burn off some weeds. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, there he is. These damn fly boys. I think they own their space around here or something. Spraying bugs. Lots and lots of bugs this time of year, unfortunately. Can't hardly get the hay to grow, and when it does, the bugs want to eat it all. Oh, the joys. Okay, guys, didn't get a whole lot on video today. It's now 5:30. After I got done burning, that was right at 12. But by the time I got the tractor all the way back out here, I had to help with irrigation water because it was kind of a mess. Strong winds and a month in between runs, those ditches were pretty full of weeds. So by the time we got everything kind of calmed down weed wise, it was 1. Then we all went to lunch, come back, well, now it's 2 o'clock. Not a whole lot we could do when Big Chief already kind of had some projects for everybody. So Bart and I kind of did a few things, set some water, got some sprinklers going, went and picked up some pipe. Yeah, it killed the afternoon. It was one of those random days. It feels like you did a million things, and then you look back at it and say, I got absolutely nothing accomplished. Because you did a little here, a little there, a little there. But whatever, it is what it is. Tomorrow's another day. So, catch you guys in the morning. Alright, got the burrito warmed up. Let's see what we got for temperature. Whew. That looks brutal. -40 with a -66 wind chill. Better go bundle up. Well, this doesn't feel like -40. Thank God, that would suck, wouldn't it? Be middle of May or early May, -40. -40 anytime would suck. Okay, got my daughter dropped off at school. First thing on today's agenda, go around checking our boxes, cleaning weeds, etc., etc. Looks like we're running about 2 inches low. I'm going to head up to the canal, double check the head gates, probably closed off or sealed off with tumbleweeds. There's not a whole lot of water clear down here. Shut off the radio. I don't know what in the world that was. Anybody else listen to iHeartRadio and then you just listen to some of the ads and go, what in the world kind of an ad is this? Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, like I said, we don't have a whole lot of water down here at the bottom of the canal yet. There's still a couple of bigger gates running above us. So what few weeds are coming down the canal are really getting pulled into the head gate for this big ditch. So I think he's struggling to keep that clean. But yeah, I'm gonna go check some more gates. Hopefully the parts came in for my pickup. Glenn said he would stop and check on them this morning on his way out. So hopefully I can get back in my pickup instead of this one. This one ain't bad, but it ain't mine. See, this is what I'm talking about. The canal's not running very full, and because of that, a large head gate like this one will pull in all the weeds. All the weeds. So yeah, I think Casey, the ditch rider for our area, he's been working his butt off keeping it clean, but there's only so much you can do with the crazy winds we had this weekend. Oh, I guess I didn't talk about that on YouTube. If you don't follow me on Instagram, Sunday afternoon, we had a thunderstorm roll through. It was actually tornado warned for about half an hour. Winds at the airport, which is right by one of our farms, were max speed of 93 mile an hour. I think out here I heard it was in the 50s. The supposed tornado, which I've yet to hear if it was actually a tornado or not, was about 20 miles to our southwest of where we're at. It was pretty intense. Kayla and I were standing outside the whole time because the wind was out of the north. So we were standing on the south side of the house just trying to see what was going on in the storm. But there was so much dirt blowing. It was the worst dirt storm we've had since the last crazy thunderstorm we had. I mean, that was worse than anything we had this winter. And all we got out of it was a real light sprinkle. But what it did do was blow in a fresh batch of tumbleweeds the length of our canal, because this storm came from Colorado Springs, so it went much farther than the length of our canal with those crazy winds. So our canal filled with weeds, so they're slowly getting cleaned out, but as you can see there, it's still a problem. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the shop. Maybe today's the day. Maybe we'll get that corn planted. I know Bart yesterday was saying let's get it done, so that's probably a good sign that we're gonna go get it done. So real quick on the brake project, everybody in town had the brake pads, no big deal. Everybody in town had the bolt kit that I needed, but the rubber that goes on the bolts, nobody had. Separate kit. What's up, Maddie? So that is what Glenn went to pick up this morning, is the rubber kit, because apparently, you know, be too easy to put them together. So I'm gonna sit here, wait for Glenn to show up. Oh, need to zip tie that up. That's in the way now. All right. Okay, guys, got the new microphone cord wired up. Brakes are done on that. Thanks, Glenn. Time to go work on some sprinklers. See if this guy will fire today. You never know if this pickup will start or not. There's no key. Where is the key? It's not in the cup holder. It's not there, not there. Not there. Huh. Well, this is new. Huh. Well, guys, I gotta find a key. Okay, found them. They were down in the ashtray. It's gotta be the skinny guy. We got juice. Oh, baby! That's one of the smoothest starts ever. It's a 1-ton gas. It's kind of a POS, but you know, whatever. Alright, I'm gonna grab some tools. Okay, so here's what we got. There's a little hole right there at my thumb. I don't know if the camera can even pick it up. But now I got to cut the clamp off. Then I'll go down, cut a new hose because we got a roll of hose in the pickup. I'll cut a new hose. Got to cut the clamp off at the bottom end as well. Down. Where's there? I don't even know if I'm pointing right. That might be the shadow over there. No, that one's a shadow. So yeah, it's over there. So yeah, see how this goes.
So these clamps don't like to actually cut, so you just have to get them loosened up. Bingo. Then the hose is really stiff because it's old. Come on. Use this guy to measure out the new hose. Doors on this truck are amazing, let me tell you. There's one. I need to throw that black hose away. That stuff is junk. We've had a couple of pivots that 2 or 3 years old. Had to get completely re-hosed because these black ones were so bad. But Zematic came out with their own hose, and so did Valley, and kind of cut, I think it's Synerger. Basically cut them out of it because they were tired of having to work on pivots because the hoses were bad. So I'm gonna get a clamp out. Guys, I've got the camera hooked on my hat, so I don't know how well you can hear me, and I don't know how well the video is turning out. Bingo. Then we get one more clamp, squeeze, back up we go. Whoa! You guys okay? Alright, here we go. This is so much easier than using that ladder every single time. Just takes a little longer. I got just a little close, so it's not quite as simple as usual. Alright, let's grab the clamp. Drop that guy. Clamp on. Bingo. Let's go fire it up.
Okay, back on the ground. Tell it to start. Okay, that's going. Start putting some tools away. Clamps. Pliers are already in there, so those pliers go to the shop. Your water. Not leaking yet, so that's a good sign. So these go to the shop, these go to the shop. These go over here. Close that. Gotta figure out how to set you guys down. That's done. Okay. It's not fully pressured up yet, but it's not leaking, so we are good. On to the next project. Hi guys, I just got to thinking, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap up this video now because corn planting on day one is gonna be a video in its own because it never goes right on day one. So with that being said, guys, have a good day. We'll talk to you here after a little bit.